Hey, this will be a video chart on WAVX, Wave Systems Corporation. I've been following this one a lot more closely past couple weeks just due to this huge move. It's finally acted human again. We've gotten a pullback here, done some consolidation. So I want to get it updated going into the weekend so everybody has an idea of what's going on this approaching week. All these lines you see are just simply from the previous times I've done the video. Green represents supports, red resistances. So let's just kind of get started from there. As you can see, despite this nasty candle up here, and when this candle happened, it was one of those pretty telling signs that okay, we're probably going to get somewhat of a pullback because from this is why candlesticks are so valuable. At one point, this was a big green candle. However, this upper shadow, upper wick, or this black line, as you would call it, represents that by the end of the day, there was a bunch of profit takers that had knocked it all the way back down. So this was just kind of one of those warning signs that said, all right, there's probably going to be more profit taking that hit it. Now, I will admit I was, kind of wrong. I mean, I knew there'd be a pullback, but I thought it'd be a little bit more than what it was. So kind of a mild pullback given the extent of this upper shadow here. So that really does show the strength of the chart. And then the other thing that I'm really liking about the chart is we're having this consolidation period, and then check out this volume, exactly what you want it to do. Price is going sideways, volume has been decreasing. That's from a volume analysis standpoint, that's the best thing you can see. The last thing you want is on red days like this to have some huge volume bar down here. That's represents a bunch of selling, dilution, whatever you want to call it. But that hasn't been the case here. So very positive and very good to see that things are just looking like retail trading, people taking profits and so forth, and right now gradually building a higher base. So with that being said, this line, I'm just going to get rid of it now. If anything, I think it's kind of confusing, and I'm a big fan of keeping things simple. As far as support levels go, really, the key one we want to make or watch is this big thick one here that I've highlighted. This is a previous high of $3. And then if you go back and watch, actually, never mind, I'll just show you in this video in a few minutes here, but this is going to be the key support level. You can also see that the 20-day simple moving average, this red line here, is now crossing up above it, basically the same level. So by early next week, this line will be above it. If anything drastic would happen and there'd be a failure of this support level, the next key one is going to be your 50-day simple moving average, currently valued at 235. But with the way this thing's been consolidating, I think if anything, maybe a few more sideways days. But the chart hasn't shown anything that's going to suggest something nasty happening in terms of falling, the price falling. Now on the flip side of things, resistance. I'm not really going to update anything here just because this level here that I've already mapped out still stands as a resistance, being right here at 385. And then we have this level up here at about 445. Yes, it did break intraday on that one day, but from the daily chart perspective, we care about where the closes are. So this is still holding firm as a resistance level. Now about that other point, about why this $3 range is pretty important. If you go back a few videos, I talked about this, but I'll just real quick go over it. If we look at the weekly chart, and let's get things really scrunched up here. So weekly chart meaning each one of these bars or candlesticks represents 1 week of time. Look at this $3 range and look at the history of the chart. Even if we were to extend it back here, the price got above it, and then after that, it just seems like it acted as a magnet, drug the price back down, and that happened. Went back up, couldn't get above it. Once again, got one close above it, and then the next week it acted as a magnet and dragged the price down. A couple of times here, tried to get above it, couldn't do it. Now we are above it, and the key thing is going to be let's try to maintain. The longer this, the price can hold above this $3 level on the weekly chart, the stronger and stronger it's going to show that the chart actually is. I'm not saying that the price is going to get sucked down below like it's done all these other times, but just look at the previous history. Every single time it seems like it really struggles to stay above it. Now this was a nice big move here, and it's been doing a good job. But over the next 2 to 3 weeks, if we can hold above $3, that's going to be great because this has been, like I said, it's almost like an evil magnet that tries to suck the price back down. Maybe this will finally be the time where, if anything, it'll come down here, bounce around $3, and then make its big move up. That would be something that the chart hasn't done in years, and that'd be a great sign. But the longer it stays above $3, the stronger and stronger the chart's going to become, especially from the weekly vantage point. So that's going to wrap up the video. If there are any other questions, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, which have been getting really good reviews. And then through your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things, from big boards down to penny stocks. So there's a good variety, something for everybody, and everything's free. So it's worth at least signing up and giving it a try. One more time, this was WAVX. Thanks for listening.